Good, good, good.
Hey, how y'all doing? What's up with everybody in the house tonight? Princess P, I love you. You're always in here. No, I'm not taking your dang on picture down. So get over it. Mama of two, how are you?
Penelope's?
My Princess P, my Penelope, she's here.
Shout out to Penelope. Always a shout out to Penelope.
Shout out to Penelope. So, my topic tonight is, do strict parents raise sneaky children? I'm very interested to hear what everybody has to say about this situation because I say yes. I say, hey, Tara, how are you? We're good, thanks. I say yes. Hold on, let me turn this damn thing down. I think that strict parents raise sneaky children for many reasons. If you're a helicopter parent or too strict, your children are less likely to want to open up to you and talk to you about anything at all. My kids will talk to me about everything and anything. Does not matter what the situation is or what it has to do with. They know they can come to me. They always know that. They know that I will always be here regardless of what's going on. Higher power. What's up? What's up? Hey, Starla. Robin, how are you? Tell your husband to check his email. I sent something. Starla Starbright sent you something in your email. She says it's interesting.
Okay.
He said, all right. Cherokee girl, how are you? The children will become very creative. Yes. I am sorry, guys. I have something on my glasses and it's killing me. The stricter you are as a parent, the less likely your child is to come to you over any situation. Regardless if it's, hey, I need a ride home because I've been drinking, or the person I'm with is on something or doing something and I need a ride. They're just going to do their own thing. And it's always going to be sneaky. They'll sneak out. They'll smoke when they're not allowed to smoke cigarettes. They'll drink anything. They'll drink anything, alcohol, made up stuff that they just concocted with their friends, drugs, everything and anything. Thank you. I look a mess, but thank you, Starla. Sneaking out, breaking the law, getting in trouble, going to jail. You know, when you're too strict and you put too many limitations on what your children are able to do and allowed to do, they're going to do it regardless of whether you're allowing them to or not. Boundaries, yes. Certain limitations, sure. Guidelines and, simple things as far as, just like what you expect from them. That is an important thing. Your kids need to be able to not only communicate with you and tell you what they're thinking and feeling and their expectations, because as they get older, they expect more. But you as a parent, on the other hand, have to sit there and say, hey, I'm your mom or I'm your dad, and I need to sit there and tell you that this is what I will accept and this is what I will not accept. And we need to either agree, disagree, or come to a middle point where we can agree together and work out some kind of plan so that not only will you meet my expectations, I'll meet your expectations, but you will not be sneaking around behind my back. You will not be getting in trouble for anything that you're doing, for the most part, as long as you're open and honest with me. The one thing when Matt and I got together is, I always said, always be honest with me. As long as you are honest with me, there is nothing we cannot get through together. And you have to be able to work through everything, whether it's with a significant other, a friend, or a child. So yeah, I think that being a helicopter parent or too strict, you're just going to teach your child ways to get around that. I'm the poster child of strict parent, fuck up child. I did it all. I couldn't go out. I had to be home at a certain time. The day I turned 18, I moved the hell out. I turned 18 and I was out of that house within 3-4 hours. I mean, I couldn't have gotten out of there fast enough. I had friends, hey Moo, that their parents told them, your curfew goes by what the law is. So if you're 16, whatever the law says your curfew has to be for that age is when you have to be home. If you're 17, that's how they treated their kids. My parents, it didn't matter if I was 15, 21, 35, or 40. My husband can tell you, we actually, when we moved out here, we lived with my parents for what, a month and a half, babe?
Yeah.
And at our ages, we had curfews. Are you kidding me? If I lived there, I'd still have a curfew. My parents feel as though they can tell my kids whatever they want to do. Thank you so much, Mama. So much love to you. You didn't have to do that. I absolutely appreciate it. You are awesome and beautiful yourself. But my parents will tell my kids, this is it, this is that, blah, blah, blah. And it does not matter what your mom or Matt says. No, they're my kids. They're our kids. He's my husband. We raised them together. It's our rules. It's what we want under our roof to happen. You don't get to just march in here and, things go to the beat of your drum. It's my drum. This is my freaking band. You know what I mean? So yeah. Hey, TNT, I hope you're doing good. A loving parent has rules. You're absolutely right. But how far are you supposed to go with those rules? I'm not saying my kids don't have rules and they don't have, restrictions and regulations and all that stuff. But let's just put it this way, okay? I have 2 teenage children. When I was their ages, I used to cuss. I did worse than what they do now. They're nothing compared to me. Thank the Lord they are not me, because I don't know what the hell I do. But I cussed when I was their age. Couldn't cuss around my parents, because it was not allowed. I know my kids are going to cuss to their friends, to each other. So that's one of the things that I don't really put a limitation on, because they're going to do it anyway. I'm not stupid. You're not stupid. If you know it as a teenager at that, age, just say even, I don't even know, 10 to whatever, you cussed, you joked, you made, dirty jokes, whatever. Thank you, Penelope, Mama Money. you, my sugar mama right there. Right there. You cussed. You said things you shouldn't. So my kids, if they cuss at each other, I'm not going to scream at them. I'm not going to yell at them. Why? Because if I say, hey, you're not allowed to cuss, guess what? They don't care. They're still going to do it. You did it. I did it. Why be strict about something so petty, right? Why be so strict about it? They're going to do it anyway. That's not saying that I'm going to let them go and get high in my living room. No. I'm just saying if they say a bad word or, yell at each other or, drop a couple F-bombs here and there, you know what? That's just the way it is. That's life. That's people in general. When I was...
My parents can be too slack, though.
When I was 10, I smoked my first cigarette. 10 years old. My parents had no idea. They'd have killed me. When they found out I was, a smoker in middle school, 8th grade-ish, they weren't thrilled. They weren't happy about it, but, they knew that they couldn't stop me. They knew at that point that they, it is what it is. And I was always honest with them. I told them, like, hey, yeah, I've been smoking for this long. What you gonna do about it?
Can I give myself a shout out for the only?
Jesus. My husband wants to shout himself out, y'all.
I got the only ever exception from the mother-in-law pass. Booyah! No other man got the good pass. Booyah! Nailed that shit.
So, as my husband is saying, my parents never liked any of my exes, including boyfriends and husbands, because third marriage. 3rd time's a charm. We'll see. But my parents are the only two people I know that are so strict and headstrong and just like it is what it freaking is. That they hated everyone, that nobody was good enough for them. No one. They hated my husbands. They hated my boyfriends. They hated my plan Bs. They hated everybody. They didn't even freaking like me. This mofo comes around. Not only are they just like head over heels because, you know, he's just amazing and wonderful and, you know, Prince freaking charming. But the first time in my entire life, my mother ever said, I'm proud of you because of him. My parents are proud of me because of that man that I married. You know why? Because my entire life, I messed around and did whatever the hell I wanted. Nothing I did was good enough for them, let alone myself. I was self-destructive since I was a child because I was raised in such a way that I had to figure out ways to do what I wanted to do, when I wanted to do it, and how I wanted to do them. Voices, mwah, hey, love ya. My parents boycotted my wedding. I should have listened.
You said that?
Penelope. My mom and dad. Well, Matt asked my dad.
What's up, voices?
Matt asked my dad if he could marry me. He's the only man to ever ask my dad permission to marry me. Probably because the first two knew that they would have been told no. But my parents loved him. Loved him from not from day one. From day one, they bitched and complained and fussed. Asked me when I was gonna date someone normal.
The fuck?
Yeah. They're like, he looks like a fucking comic book. Why blah? Why blah? Why blah? What? This, that, and the next thing. When are you going to ever go after someone normal? Then they met him. And then they fell in love. And then they accepted and agreed that he could marry me. They're now proud of me. And out of everybody in my entire past 40 years of my life, out of everybody that's ever been in my life as far as being a man, they loved him. They chose him. He's the chosen one. What's normal? Pookie, I don't fucking know. I have no idea what's normal. I'm proud of you for your beautiful teens and heart. Thank you. Thank you, Dev. Sometimes I wonder about myself. But don't we all, you know, have those moments where we sit back and we wonder about ourselves, what we're doing, if we're doing it right. Are we doing it at our best? Are we raising our children right? Are we keeping our significant others happy? Are we keeping ourselves happy? We're full of self-doubt. That's just the way it is. And that's just it. TNT. My mom made me eat a cigar. I don't know why she knew I smoked. Oh, my word. I would not see. The difference between me and you is I would have threw that damn cigar at my mom and I would have walked out the house. I would not have eaten no freaking cigar. I ate one freaking thing one time and one time only. And it was a joint because I got pulled over. Do you know how nasty it tastes and how hard it is to swallow a joint? Yeah. Thank God I had a beer in the car to wash it down with. Needless to say, I did go to jail. But David tells me not to cuss. Boys can cuss, girls can't cuss. Well, you know what, Dev? Boys can fart and girls can't. Guess what? I also shit. My mom was the wooden spoon queen. Oh my God, Penelope. She could reach you in another. Yes, girl. My mom's never thrown a freaking football in her life, but you give her a slipper, she can curveball that thing. I'm going to tell you what, you could be running 30 miles an hour. You're going to get knocked in the back of your head with a slipper.
Spoon hurts like a motherfucker.
Try a freaking filled up keychain getting chucked at you. Yeah, I've had that too. I was not an easygoing person when I was a child. I was not easygoing at all for my parents. My mom used to sit there and go and cry. What did I do to deserve this? All I ever wanted was a daughter, and I got you. Well, fuck you too. I mean, sorry. Not sorry. Here I am. Product of you and my dad. You made me. Here I am. What you gonna do? Nothing. There was nothing they could do. You know why? Because they tried to enforce prison guard rules on somebody who is very free-spirited. I'm a gypsy. I'm a wanderer. I have an open soul, an open heart. I want to do what I want to do. Would I have done the things that I did differently had my parents been less strict? I cannot honestly answer that because who the hell knows, right? Who knows? I'd like to think that things would have been better and gone better.
I think you got to be
But I wouldn't be where I am today.
more explanation on strict parents can be good. I think I'm more into detail. Like, look, my buddy had I have a couple of friends growing up, and their parents were like so slack. Like, we could go over there and do anything, like literally all type of drugs. They like literally didn't care. Some of the parents would do the drugs with us.
I had friends with parents that we could party. We were like 16, 17. You could party all you want to in the basement, wherever the hell you want. But you know what? You're giving us the keys. You can't leave.
No, yeah, okay.
Hey, Quincy.
I'm talking about ones that like didn't even like, they just didn't care. They didn't know what the hell we're doing. You know, open communication and stuff like that, and like you're saying is one thing, but the totally slack ones, you know, the kid doesn't even really respect it, or the friends don't either. They just know, right?
Pookie, thank you. I love you. Those experiences made you stronger.
I think.
They did.
Get out of here. Let's get out.
They did a good. They did a good. You have a kind soul, damaged goods. Thank you, Robin. Thank you. I need balance. Sue, you probably need balance too. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's what I think about your balance. Mwah. Yeah, I need balance. You need balance. Can you stand on one foot and pass a sobriety test on the side of the road with high heels on a gravel road? I don't think so. Check your balance first, bitch. Exactly. They didn't let us go crazy. Not be disrespectful. I miss your parties when we were younger. Misty, oh my God.
What up, Misty?
Yes, Misty's in the house. Love the mist. She used to come to my parties, and we would have a freaking great time. Everyone needs balance and serenity. Oh, bite me. No, I'm joking, Dev. I love you. Everyone needs balance and serenity. You're absolutely right. You have to weigh your options. You have to know where you stand in life. You have to know just everything. You have to be in touch with nature. You have to be in touch with whatever religious beliefs you have, with your family, with yourself, with your soul, with your heart, you know, and you have to figure out how to weigh it all out. I'm not always right. I'm not. Matt's not always right. I'm right more often than he is. But, you know, you have to have, you know, touch with reality. You have to be grounded. You have to know that regardless of the situation, you have this. I've got this. I can do this. Because you know what? There is nothing that you cannot do. But when it comes to parenting, there's a lot of things that you think you're doing it right, and you're not always doing it right. That's just the way it is. You should show them some pictures, Jiminy Crickets. Misty, if I pulled out some, you know what? Bet. I got you. You want those pictures, Misty? Don't forget you're in them. My house is an open communication on all topics. Amen, Penelope. My house is too. Why? Because my children know that they can always come to me no matter what, about anything. What, babe?
How many kids Penelope got?
Penelope, my husband would like to know how many children you have.
Misty has what, one?
No, Missy doesn't have any. The only instructions on being a parent is in the Bible. Yes, ma'am. But you know what? Not everybody reads the Bible. Not everybody can even quote a Bible or tell you a chapter in the Bible or anything, a verse. Why? Not for not for any one reason or another. Maybe they never had interest Maybe they only know what they've been told. 2 girls and raising a grandson and a granddaughter. I always tell my son he can have my father because I'm done with them. He's a good man. But yeah, when you're okay, my mom used to tell me all the time that I can talk to her about anything. Okay. That was like her gateway in. I can talk to her about anything. Freaking lighter. That freaking blow torches that he freaking got me because I need this for a lighter. I have regular lighters and he gets me this. So I tried opening up to my mom quite a few times, talking to her. And you know what? It never ended well. I can talk to you about anything. Before I ended my first sentence, I was getting screamed and yelled at and cussed at. My mom, her gateway there. Girl, okay, I gotta read this. What I do to you, girl, you got me with that saying. It is what it is. Yes, it is what it is. There's nothing more and nothing less. It is what it is. You cannot change it. I tell Matt, do not stress about something. Do not worry about something. Nothing you worry about, nothing you stress about is going to fix that situation. It's going to work itself out. Have faith. If you don't have faith, you have nothing. And that's the way it is. It is what it is. That's just the way it is, you know? You can't change it. Things will go the way they're supposed to go. You just have to ride that wave and see, you know, hopefully you're able to maneuver your raft or boat or whatever, your yacht, whatever you want to be riding your wave in, inner tube, garbage can, who the hell knows? You have to be able to go with that flow, ride that wave, maneuver it the way you're supposed to, and hopefully you end up in the right spot. That's it. But as a parent, what is right and wrong? I would like to invite people up here. I keep dropping the link. No one's clicking. So here's the link again. I would like somebody to come up and tell me, what do you think is too strict? What do you think is unacceptable? Just shoot the shit. Tell me what you think. I'm not going to argue with you unless you say something that's slick to me. You know, just kidding. Not really. What about jizz dumpsters? I mean, if that's the thing that you're floating on that wave, I mean, hey, more power to you. I just hope you ain't stuck to the bottom when it's time to jump out.
A jizz dumpster? What's that supposed to be, a cooter? Huh? What's that, a cooter?
Pretty sure it's a dumpster full of man cum.
Decent, like a cankles?
I can't with him. What are your thoughts on the Wells family? I think that's a very unstable and unhinged family. I think no matter what they do or try to do. What up, JD? I hope you guys are doing good. Give love and kisses and hugs to your family from us. Matt just walked to the car, but he'll be back. I just, you know, people like that, it's not about strict or not strict at that point. It's more along the lines of morals and strength and self-belief and faith. And I do not honestly think that they have anything good that they stand for. If you don't stand for anything good and anything strong, then you have nowhere to go. You're not going to head anywhere in life. Okay. Matt and I wasn't joking when we got together. We come from the same damn town. People know us. They know us good. They had bets against us. They're never going to last. They're never going to last. Never going to last. They're going to be fighting. They're going to be doing this. They're going to be doing that. Bets against us. Hey, come say hi to JD. He said to call him tomorrow. And then we got married. And, you know, they were like Bonnie and Clyde are together. You know, shit's going down. You know, the town's going to be set on fire when they found out about us together. I mean, two of the most unlikely people to have a stable relationship and family life, if you put them together, that would be Matt and I. But we surprised everybody. We beat all odds. We beat everything. All the bets, all the sayings, all the what this, what's that, the fights, they're no good, they're trouble. We're homeowners. I never thought I would own another home. I never thought I would get married again. In fact, I never planned to get married again. I never thought that I would find a man that was a good man. That was, you know, everyone says that you marry someone like your dad. Well, you know what? You know, there's no one like my dad. And then there's him, and he shows up and he's my dad. A little different. Looks like a comic book. You know, talks different, acts different. But I've always told him from day one, there is nothing in this world that he cannot do. I meant that then, and I meant it now. Still, there's nothing he cannot do. There's nothing he cannot accomplish. And as long as him and I are together, there is nothing as a team we cannot get through, do, beat, accomplish, nothing. Because we are that strong. We have faith in each other and our family and the Lord. What more do we need? You know, everything that we need it's in our hearts. We have everything in common. There's nothing you can't get through as long as you're honest with each other, right? Same goes for the way you raise your children. If you can't be honest and open with me, we cannot come to a resolution. We cannot fix it. We cannot go anywhere. That's where the sneakiness comes in. That's where the children that go and do all this crap behind your back, or behind the house in a field, or in the vacant lots, Matthew. There's nothing that you can stop them from doing because you want to hold them so tight under these strict friggin' rules, when all you have to do is just let go a little, just a little. You don't have to be like this. You could be like this. You could be like this. You have to have a little give. You have to be able to be open with your kids and communicate. Not saying let them run the streets and be friggin', hoodlums. Saying don't restrict them completely. Don't prevent them from being children. Don't prevent them from having those life experiences that kids their age are supposed to have. I wasn't allowed to do any of that. Growing up, to be honest with you, I'm the second generation born in America Italian in my family. My grandparents on my mom's side, my mom's parents and my dad's parents are from Italy. Came here, well, not here, but to New York, right over on the boat. Had my parents had me. Yay. I was raised very strict. My dad was a military man. If there wasn't more than me and okay, so the ratio had to be even. If there was 3 dudes, there had to be 3 chicks. Because if it was just me and 3 other guys, or me and my girlfriend and 3 other guys, I looked like a whore. If we went out, I couldn't go and hang out with black people. That's the way it was. It's the way they were raised. That's the way I was raised. I'm not like that.
Wells? What kind of parents are they?
I already spoke on that.
I didn't hear you. What did you say?
I said that the Wells are very unhinged and unstable, and they don't stand for anything. I do not believe that they should have children because they have no positive values or lessons that they can teach their kids, because they're not even able to stand up for positive values themselves. They have no morals.
The other boys got all thinking from social services.
Yeah.
And then
you have to be able to put that crap behind you when you have kids. And I did when I had my first son. As soon as I found out I was pregnant, I went cold turkey everything, including cigarettes. And about a year later, I relapsed. Then I had my second son. I found out I was pregnant. Cold turkey everything. Lo and behold, I relapsed again. Hey, Stardust. And I wasn't necessarily a great parent. Wasn't necessarily a great person. It took something to actually happen for me to snap out of it and realize, holy shit, I have to stop. So my third time, my final time, quit everything. Laid down on the couch for 2 weeks. Thank God my parents were there to watch my kids because I couldn't do it. I couldn't even take care of myself. Anybody that's an addict knows, you know what it's like, right? It sucks. So you detox. You go through that withdrawal phase. And then after that's over and done with, the anxiety happens, right? Now you have to learn who you are as a person, because you've been an addict for so long. You don't know what sober you is like. You don't know what sober you thinks, what sober you says. You don't know how to act in public around other people as sober you. You do not know how to drive as sober you, go to work as sober you, be a parent as sober you. You know? It's not easy, and it's hard, and it takes a long time to figure out you before you can turn around and then start being a parent to children. So I made it a point I always said, as long as I do differently than my parents did with me, then I would be doing okay. And that was my goal, was to not cut my parents off and out as far as their morals and their values and the way they did things, but to make slight adjustments, do things, differently for the most part, raise my kids differently, be more open with them. My kids know I was an addict. My kids know that if they ask me about drugs, I'm going to tell them the truth. My kids have watched me get arrested and put in the back of a cop car more than one time. I'm not proud of that now. My kids used to think it was cool. My oldest would be like, hey, my mom's been arrested. Like, stop telling people that. That's not cool. That child's going to tell his mom, don't talk about that. Like, that's one thing I was always very strict on. Do not tell people about me. Don't air my dirt to your people, your friends, because it goes to their parents. And he learned real quickly, because all of a sudden his friends weren't allowed to come over anymore. Why? Because of me. How do you think that makes me feel? Makes me feel like shit.
Can I say something right away?
Yeah.
Maybe that was completely off topic.
Sure.
But just so important. And I'm sorry for interrupting you.
No, you're not. Go ahead.
This doesn't apply to any supporters or anybody chatting right now. This is not at all directed at you. But for the weirdos out there, the sneaking and peeking weirdos, not the cool sneaking and peeking.
Shout out to Sue and her balance.
I'm not talking to the supporters, the people in the chat. I'm not talking to the cool sneaking and peeking people, the cool ones that they just listen and they don't want to comment. Hey, I respect that. But for the weirdo sneaking and peeking people, for the weirdos, I'm gonna let my wife talk, but this is the type of shit, like, this is my wife's channel, first of all, but
Night TNT.
I've just been through this so many times. When you weirdos try to dox and shit, and you get the reality, when the reality hits you that, like, it's an open book, like, I just wanted to throw that out there. Go ahead.
No, continue. An open book about what?
No, remember the few times that people try to call you?
I love it. I love when people try to dox Matt and then they think that they got over on him because they call me.
You get cussed out. But no, it's just like...
Okay, and I don't even know if you're in here because we made it cool. But if you're here, what up? I'm not going to shout you out because I ain't putting nobody on a spot. Let's just say Dude went into dox mode after my husband hit me up. You know what, darling? I can dox too. I found some of his family members. And within 24 hours, his channel was shut down. Why? Because don't fuck with the wife.
It's funny though. They always say they got me with the boss and the wife. Good luck with both of them.
It's funny because people, they're like, oh, Noelle's this tiny, petite thing, 140, 160 pounds, 5'5", right?
Even
Look, here. Am I big?
Babe.
Is there anything scary about me?
Even mom.
People look at me and they think I'm the more reasonable person.
Somebody called my mom and she's like,
he's the more reasonable. He's way more reasonable than me. He might be bigger than me, and he might have the mouth, and he might have the power and the muscle and whatever behind the whatever. But you want to go to him before you come to me. Because I promise you, I have sent many freaking people away crying, scared as hell. I've whooped the hell out of many of people just because they thought they could open their mouth to me. He's the one that you have the chance with. He's more reasonable. Someone actually was talking crap, and I looked at them. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And they were like, what do you mean? And starts opening their mouth. I'm like, look, he might be big. I said, but I'm fucking bigger. And he shut up right then and there, zipped his lips. And Matt just sat there with a smile on his face like, oh, here we go. Hey, Sam Lee, I am scary. Come at me. Where you at?
No, I don't
comment on your title. They also raise yes, Blowhorn Betty chat highlights. Yes, they raise very, very, very rebellious children. Mwah, Sam Lee. Mwah. Much love to you. Blowhorn Betty chat highlights.
Shout out to that channel. Shout out.
But Sam admits I am kind of scary.
Betty. You should tell him. Remember the FBI presser when that fucking psycho was there? I put the thing on my channel about some people see it.
When I fucking snapped on that bitch.
Betty's tough ass, Marissa's tough ass, the lady that called my live, they all pussied out. Remember?
Oh, and Michelle, when she called, remember? I know y'all remember. Anybody that watched that live and that dumbass hoe. I hope you watching hoe because you still a hoe. You's a hoe. I said that you's a hoe. Yeah, that's right. I'll say it again. You's a hoe.
You can post that.
She kept calling him like a fucking crazy ex-girlfriend, whore dialing the bitch over and over and over. And he's snapping on his freaking live like, what the fuck? And the bitch, well, if y'all were there, I'm in my pajamas, my hair. I look like I just stuck a fork in a fucking electric socket, right? My hair's off. I'm like, what? Girl, dude, what? I'm like, yo, get an address. And shut up. He's like, he's doing that to me, that silent shit that y'all can't see, but he's like off camera, like, yelling at me, his fucking finger, he's looking to break it off his hand. And then finally, the girl kept calling, Michelle. Yeah, you kept calling. And what'd you do? You nutted the fuck up when I asked for a place to meet. I never heard from you since, ho. Where you at, though? Because you so tough.
That's a blocker.
Where you at? Because I'll tell you where the fuck I'm at. Where the fuck you at? We were at the FBI presser for the laundry case. This stupid bitch. Kept running her mouth. Hey, girl, good to see you again. Hey, Scott, how are you? I hope you're doing good, you and your family.
Something was wrong with that lady, babe.
She was like, pro-laundry, respect for Roberta, freedom for Brian, justice this, suck my dick. Like stupid bullshit. And I didn't have service there, and Matt did. And he walked away. He hears yelling. He's like, uh-oh, something's popping off. And he's walking up. He's like, oh, shit, that's my wife. He's like, that woman, whoever she's yelling at, has no idea. She's in for a bad day. That woman was crazy. But you know what? Marissa, Fupa on the ground, Molly Go Lightly, whatever you want to call her, Karen.
I have the clip of what you're talking about.
Well, we have the video. We actually have it on video. I'll probably post it. And Blowjob Betty, as soon as this woman and I start going at it, they go like you see Marissa start backing up real slow and then real fast she like walks and then you see Betty running her ass away, and here I am up in this fat hoe's face, and I told her, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. She's like, I'm from, where's she from? She was somewhere from New York. No, she was no, I thought it was someone from New York.
New York, yeah. So you forgot the first time she had already snapped on Marissa by herself.
And Marissa nutted up. She didn't say nothing. Yeah. And then damn, I can't remember where the hell the bitch was from.
New York.
Somewhere, Long Island, some shit. Anyway, this dumb bitch, she's like, I'm from Long Island. I was like, and I'm from Fort Pierce. And she looks at me like, she has no clue what the hell I'm talking about. I mean, only a handful of us do. And and the cops come over. They're like, if you can't stop your crap, stop causing trouble, you need to leave. And she's like, I'm a tax-paying citizen. I'm like, not here you ain't, bitch. Go back to fucking New York where you belong. Go back where you came from. Like, you in my neck of the woods. Let's go. My husband's like, and someone had the nerve to comment on his thing. They're like, aren't you embarrassed that your wife's going off on this woman, that she's acting like that? And he starts laughing. He's like, no, I know my wife. He knows me. Right? That cop was like, you need to shut the fuck up or get the fuck out. He's like, you ain't safe. But I also turned around and tried to sneak my way into, I walked right past the feds, stuck my way through the woods, and started walking in. I'm like, I'm gonna go find Brian. Next thing you know, I hear the feds and everybody, where are you going? Like,
that was the day she lied to us. Remember, she said she saw the gun.
Are you talking to me? He's like, yeah, we're talking to you. Where are you going? I said, oh, well, I'm going to take some pictures over there because there's a really beautiful tree.
Oh, shit.
And he was like, you're not allowed back there. I'm like, that gate right there, it ain't closed. When people aren't allowed anywhere, the gates are closed. He's like, get out. Matt's like, it's fucking FBI, get out. I'm like, all right, fine, I'm getting out. Fuck off.
That was the day, remember she tried to say she heard the agent some of the gun. What'd you say, Betty?
What?
Remember Betty was like, oh yeah, don't post anything.
Oh, because they had firsthand information from the police that they found a gun and they found this and they found all this crap.
Yeah, it was weird. She said don't post anything, right?
Because they were feeding us what they wanted to, but they wanted to be the ones to, air it. They wanted to be the first ones out there to say everything. But wasn't it so funny how they were the ones to get the interview with Brian's sister? No one else in the whole freaking world was around but them.
Hey, what's that channel's name? Sorry, what's that channel's name? Bullhorn Betty what?
Chat highlights.
Is that a channel? Ask them.
Blowhorn Betty chat highlights. If you're still in here, is that like a channel? Like, do you have? Or are you an active channel?
Anybody, man. If you want to get some, you know what I never looked into. Remember when we were in front? It was me.
Everything. No, sorry.
Betty, remember she told us that she.
I can't believe you got me a fucking torch to light my cigarettes with.
I'm tired of buying lighters.
Yeah, you're tired of buying lighters. That's like a full-blown crackhead with this thing.
Whatever.
Whatever.
What she said about the TMZ shit, remember?
They have a contract with TMZ. They got that freaking interview, and they turned around and they sold that interview to TMZ.
That Betty, was the day, was just me, you, and
she was waiting for them to call her.
Yeah. I never seen anything with her I had never seen anything on TMZ with her though. I gotta look into that. Tell that channel to look into.
Because it's JLR that does all that supposedly. She just takes orders from him.
That channel, babe.
There's a lot of holes in that story. Oh my word.
That clip channel.
The more involved you got with that channel, the more holes and just bullshit you learned. It really messed with me to the point where Clarence. I would literally lay up and just think of all these like alternative like issues and avenues. And, I've never lied about it. Thank you. 3 years. Thank you for your Scott Varner says happy anniversary. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I've never lied to y'all about that. And he, would have to sit up. Sometimes I'd wake him up. Hey, wake up. he had to work in the morning, but he tolerates me so freaking well. And I would just run some crap by him. And he would agree with me, humor me. I don't know what the hell he did. He would listen to me, though, and he'd feed into whatever and talk with me. And I, a lot of the times I had really good ideas that were possibilities. But I mean, if from the outside looking in, people would, think I'm insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane. Got no brain. Anyway, yeah. So that was that. But I did come up with a bunch of crap that I thought about. And it was too much. It was too much. Get that tinfoil hats. Get one for everybody. Princess P wants tinfoil hats in the house. You know what? I'm going to go next time. I'll make me an aluminum foil, like freaking sailboat hat just for you, Penelope. Just for you. And if you don't think I'll wear it during our live, you sure as hell don't know me. So I dropped the link. Anybody interested in giving me parenting advice or what you think? It was actually the link to her channel was dropped, or his, I'm not sure. Penelope dropped the link. So tell me something you agree with, disagree with, or do as a parent. Come on, don't be scared. Click that link. I ain't gonna bite. How, if you were going to give somebody advice on raising a child, what would it be? Clarence is sneezing. You guys have to see how big these damn rabbits have gotten. Nothing from nobody, really. My son-in-law has one of those hats with a propeller on top. Is it like the one with the multiple colors? Because Matt, okay, I love him. I do. But sometimes, just sometimes, he'll be like, look at this is fresh. What? It's fresh? Yeah, baby. Uh-huh. Yeah. I'm sure they'll look real good on you too. And then, what? I can't wear them? Yeah. But if you leave the house in them, I'm not going out of the house with you in public while you're wearing them. Girl, I only have my pup, and that's enough for me. You know what? Sometimes raising animals is more of a chore than it is to raise children. Having a husband sometimes is, that's just out of the ballpark. You got animals, children, and a husband to tend to. Sometimes that he could add a little bit. He could be extra. Let's just say he could be extra. You need to be firm, set boundaries, but try to teach them at the same time. Sam is in the motherfucking house.
Sam, click the link.
What up? Hey, Sam, how are you, darling? He is in the house.
Okay, can you see me? Can you hear me?
Uh-huh, and you are looking good. Yeah, come on over and say hi to Sam. Have you ever met him in person? Well, come on. Hey, I met him first. Uh-huh, nigga. I won.
Hey, what up, Sam? What's happening, bro?
How you doing, buddy?
And say hi, man. Be friendly and shit.
I'm listening.
You can do a push-up in a second. Sit down.
I'm working out like right over here, but I'm listening, trying to type in between sets. Appreciate you, bro. You've been down with the channel a long time. You support the wife, man. Shout out to you, Sam. Much respect, bro.
Yes, sir. Love you, brother.
Yeah, man. Much respect. I'm gonna let you talk, bro. Hang out, man.
Yeah. So tell me about it. What up? What's on your mind?
Well, just with what you were saying, I had a child at a young age. I was 19, and me and her mother didn't get along very well. We didn't exactly see eye to eye.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, I honestly, I wasn't around the whole time, and she was raised by her stepfamily.
Yeah.
And eventually she wanted, I mean, I dealt with it. I dealt with it through the whole thing. The main thing was um, I didn't want an audience when I was trying to visit my kid,
Right.
if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
And
That's
that's how it always had to be. And eventually I just signed my rights over. I was like, if I can't be left alone, and it wasn't nothing to do with me. I mean, I wasn't like a drug addict or nothing like that. She moved on and was with a different guy, and that's how it was. But eventually, the older my daughter got, she wanted to know me, and then she come back and establish that. But
that's
it's
all.
like, um, it's hard to deal with the fact that she is closer to her step family than she is to her blood family, if that makes any sense.
Absolutely. My oldest son's dad really was never in the picture. And
Piece of shit.
Matt, he just said he's a piece of shit. He comes around just enough to not be forgotten. He'll call my son on his birthday, but after like 11 o'clock and leave a voice message. So like I'm saying happy birthday, but I don't have to actually talk to you.
Oh, let me tell this part. Sam, look.
Come back. Come into the camera.
To what you said, man, it's crazy that you said that. So I have somebody in my family who did the same thing that you did, sign the rights away, right? And because this person is no longer alive anyhow. But when this person was alive, he said beat him up mentally because he felt like he signed his rights away, and it was real bad blood between the baby mom, really bad, really nasty.
I understand that.
Yeah, and what I told him at the time is exactly what happened to you. I said, man, look, you cannot continue to beat yourself over. You cannot continue to beat yourself up about you signing the rights away. Okay,
but he still paid child support after signing his rights over.
It was all complicated. I said, look, it's already did and done. Be there for the kid, reach out, do what you do. At some point in the child's life, they're gonna want to know it. Even if the mom is like your dad is a piece of dirt, he signed his rights over and tries to paint this like narrative. It doesn't matter. Well, to some extent, as a young kid, that's a lot of psychological effects. But when they hit the teens, they want to know dad. It doesn't matter what mom says anymore. There's Facebook, they can find you. There's all type of social media, and then it's easy now. So they're gonna be like want to contact. They'll do it on their own, similar to what you said. But the person died, man, and I wish I could have seen what I was trying to say, but unfortunately can't. But man, that happens a lot, man. In Florida, I know a lot of people. It's real nasty, man. Breaking up is divorce, breakups. When kids are involved, it can get real ugly.
It was a hard lesson. It was a hard lesson to learn.
Yeah,
and,
I bet.
I wish I could have done it different.
Well, it seems like you're genuine about it, and how old is the daughter?
She's 23.
Oh, she's a woman, and you say you may say that she's closer to her step family, but they were.
Well, I mean, I have a grandkid. I still see her. I mean, I still see her. I mean, and my grandkid.
You're part of her life.
everything.
That's what matters, man. You're a part of her life, and that's good, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'll probably go to prison. Not prison. I'll probably catch a case, bro, if I see her ex. This motherfucker, man. I bought this kid a car. I taught him how to drive. I taught him how to be a young man as best as I can, as of 19 years old. This motherfucker, bro, he owes us 20 racks. He doesn't owe it to me, but he owes my wife $20,000, bro. Listen, I was not around when they were around, when they were an item. But they had a kid, and I would respect the dude if he says, I want to sign the rights and this and that. But the point of the matter is playing these fuckboy games, man. This motherfucker, bro, he sent my wife on the child support thing. Bro, I swear to God, 24 cents, bro. And then the next fucking week, he puts a motion to pay less. Man, I called that motherfucker. I said, bro, if I see you, I'm going to break your fucking neck, dude. I'm going to break your fucking neck, bro. You fucking disrespectful. I'm not going to say the words on YouTube. But man, this, and then
Flow grown.
other type of shit. Empty promises, man. Like, I'm gonna give you my Mustang. You can't tell a kid who's about to get a license that. That's dirty. You know what I'm saying? I respect him if he was just like, just man about it, man. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, how do you do that? You pay somebody 24 cents and then tell the court you're really playing with the wrong person. I'm not scared to talk to a judge. I'll put all your business out there. And I would say, hey, judge, man, don't let this dude lie to you. He paid us $25 last week. $25, judge. Do you want to see it in paperwork? Do not let him lie to you, sir. Do not let him lie to you. You know what I mean? Like, and he just plays these fuckboy games. The thing is, man, like, you're from Florida, right? And okay,
I'm just north of you.
Yeah, I know. So you already know how it is with the child support here. Like, they're tough. They're tough with crime here. They're tough with child support. If you are on child support, and you don't have to say if you are, whatever your situation is. I know you know people, or personally, whatever it is. If you don't pay, then you're gonna get your license, and at some point you're gonna go to jail behind it. And it gets doxed out of your check. This dude is like putting shit in other people's names, all everywhere. He hides. He's like a ghost. Like he does all this extra effort to dodge this shit. But then again, he'll like play these mental games with the kid. He plays these mental games like, I'm gonna give you the car. It's empty promises, and then like all type of creep shit. So like I have some real animosity. I just want to smack the shit out of this dude. Bad, man, bad. I just hope it's better if I never see him. If I see him, man, Sam, I'm telling you right now, man, I'll be doing a video on myself. Dumbass went back to jail, but it'll be at least worth it, man. Be at least worth this. I would love to get some satisfaction. I want to bitch slap this dude so I wouldn't even hit him with a fist. Just open, bah, and then grab his fucking skinny neck and squeeze it, man. I'll fucking break your fucking neck. I want to do it so bad, but he just plays these mental games, man. Where it's like he does this fuck shit where like he plays these fucking games, bro, with the money, and then he does these lies. Who has to sit there and deal with the lies? Me, her. We didn't promise no Mustang. Got a Nissan Sentra. They have to pay nothing for it. I got it for them because of your lie. All these, I'm gonna come for Christmas, all this type of shit. Man, it's crazy, man. I get mad talking about it, but
and
don't.
Hey, you're a good man for what you do.
And like, as long as we have been broke up, Matt's gonna get mad at me.
I heard that dude,
but I'm gonna say it. No, why you can't? Because I'm eating. I don't want to be a Kenkel.
Huh? No, I'm just doing a set. No.
All right.
Sam is cool.
Put my fucking cheeseburger down.
Hold on. I'm doing a set. That dude gets me mad. I don't want to talk about that dude.
Matt doesn't like me putting any personal info out there. I like swallow my cheeseburger.
Oh, I don't care. It's Sam. But I'm just saying.
And everybody on the internet. My son was 1 year old when I filed for divorce. I was 20 when I got pregnant. I turned 21, and then I had my son 3 months later. I filed for divorce when he was 1.5-ish. And not once, and he's 19 now, not once has he received a birthday card, a Christmas card, an Easter card, nothing from his entire family. Now, Matt had the pleasure, if I can call it that, of meeting my ex-husband's cousin. Yeah, he's his cousin.
Scared to death.
You know how you say like there's one in every family? Of course, I got knocked up by the one. The whole family is buku rich, like crazy. The kid's talking about how he works for NASA. He works for NASA. Like, and this is babe, how I'm 40. Jace.
I'm 43.
Like 28-ish, 30 tops, but he's in his 20s. I want to say he's still in his 20s. And he works for NASA. His older brother has his own companies.
Hey,
multiple.
Ask the chat if there's
and nobody is talking sense into him. No, but you know what they're doing? Putting his apartments or his houses in their names, his cars in their names. He has no address. He has nothing. Nothing.
Is anyone in that chat from Jersey?
Any of y'all in this chat? There's not many. I don't come on often. I only have 15. I kind of feel sad. Any of y'all from Jersey in the chat?
Anybody that knows that type of situation right there?
Monmouth County, Ocean County area.
Ask me. It's online. So like, you have 15 people online, but you don't know.
I could never be a Kenkel. Thank you so much, P. As I had
but everything y'all did, I mean, both of your channels, everything y'all did with the whole laundry thing, was boom, bomb.
Well,
because I knew it was true. I knew it was true.
Regardless of what it is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. When we get in,
y'all were out there. I mean, like the boots on the ground shit is real. You got the video to prove it.
Everything you can't. I cannot edit this live. It's how I actually. I started my YouTube in like 2014, just bullshitting around. Never took it serious. I went live at the laundry house because right next to me, 2.5, 3 feet away, this freaking stupid guy, a reporter, and dressed up in a suit, just fresh out of it. He parked his car at his AC, comes walking out, gets on camera for 10 minutes, and he straight up lies about everything. He what's the rundown? They tell him a quick synopsis of what's going on. He does whatever, says whatever, bullshits around, lies, and then takes off in his car. I'm like, really? That's it? That's how it works?
So let me ask you, if they lie about that on a local level, what's it like on a national level?
That's what I said.
Scary.
And it was hard for me because, all right, I'm not old, I'm not young. Well, I always say I'm half in the ground because I'm 40, and most people, 80-ish, So I'm standing in my grave a little bit. But think back, all the things that you've been taught and told your whole life. How true was it? I'm going to go ahead and say that.
Or were you programmed?
Yeah. I will say that probably back then, back in the day, yeah, it was probably, 80% true-ish. But how much is real? How much is fake? We were forced to believe things that were or weren't true. You know what I mean? And then I see it firsthand. Come home, research Kenkel's a little bit, tell him she's no good. He argues with me. I'm like, all right.
I try to give her a benefit of the doubt, baby.
Yeah, benefit of the doubt. Because she had tits. So we benefit of the doubted her. And the more I got to know her, the more I got to tell him that she's full of shit. And nope. Okay. Then Andra, Bullhorn Betty, Blowjob Betty, whatever you want to call her. I like the colorful names more than I like normal. However, it is what it is. The more I got to know them, the more I'm like, you know.
She's cool when she's drunk.
She's cool when she's drunk. Yeah, that's about it. I said, you know, Marissa's full of it. And he's still give her the benefit of the doubt. Like, all right, whatever. Fuck you. Fuck her. I'll do it just to ride. I'll ride the wave. In the jizz dumpster. And then Andra and Jonathan go and get a interview with Laundry's sister. How convenient. Cassie just happens to come out the day that we weren't there, right? I said something to him. He's like, you're thinking too much into it. No problem, bro. Okay. Next thing you know, what happens? Andra and Jonathan so happened to luckily pull up to Cassie's house after saying they would never go back. And who shows up? No other but Dog the fucking bounty hunter. Oh my God! If that is not a coincidence, then I swear to God I have a dick. He takes.
I don't believe in coincidence.
Okay.
They were like,
I don't believe in coincidence.
We would hit them up. We would hit them up in the morning, man.
Every morning we would talk to them. I would talk to him, and then he'd be like, "Did you talk to Andrea?" No. Okay. I'm like, "What the fuck is your obsession with calling her? If I don't fucking call her, shut the fuck up, mind your goddamn business."
No.
And he would insist.
And
it was always, "Oh, we're not doing this, we're not doing that." And next thing you know, there's Dog Bounty Hunter in her fucking video. Are you kidding me, bro?
Okay, relax. So what I would say, call her, is because I don't want to ride out there, man, and it's just me and Noelle. I want to ride out there, and there's more than just us. So we would always call every morning. Andrew, what's happening? What time you going to be out there? She's like, all right, well, we're going out there. We'll be out there around 10:30, 11, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, I'll meet you out there. So what she was doing, that was working and shit, but then she would give us the throw off. Like she was never like the foreman of the operation.
Jonathan said what it was. Andra followed orders.
That's why we're laughing when they're like, Matt is a liability. Like I would listen, if you're protesting, numbers work, right? So I'll be like, okay, what time you guys coming out there? We'll meet you out there. So they conveniently alter the times on when Dog the Bounty Hunter is going to be there, because they want to be the only ones with the phones, and then whatever. And it wasn't even like, fuck putting it on a video. It'd been cool to meet dude, right?
I would have been happy just to see him.
Yeah.
I don't even have to say hi.
But they just started like doing weird shit. Like she's like, 12:30. Well, damn, we were just going out there 10:30 every morning. What? And then bam, the next day. So we don't get out there, and then we'll be driving out there and watching videos of Dog the Bounty Hunter. I'm like, what the fuck? You said you ain't coming until 12:30. What are you doing out here at 10?
But I was thinking too much into it still, Sam. He still was on the whole, give him the benefit of the doubt. It was a coincidence. No, it wasn't. None of it was. Next thing you know, they're talking to the feds. I literally, if I had, where I was standing, if I had turned to the right and walked about 20 feet, I would have fucking stumbled upon some type of Brian Laundrie bone. Okay, that's how close myself, Noelle, damaged goods, was to Brian's whatever the fuck would they found. But Andrew and Jonathan beat everybody out there, and there's a gun, there's this, there's that, there's whatever. Next thing you know, they find a friggin' cup, which the cops told them was planted. There was no proof. It wasn't weathered. If something's in the ground long enough, it makes a divot, It's weathered. It has dirt, some kind of sediment inside of it. Now, what do? I look up that cup. You can buy that cup in 3 stores in the local area.
Sam.
But they found it, and they aired it.
Sam.
And I'm still thinking too far into it. I'm still being forced to give them the benefit of the doubt. For what? All I wanted to do is be like, "Are you fucking kidding me, you lying asshole?"
Sam, I've been to the chain gang. You know what I mean? I know you've been around Chain a long time. So the cops out there, like we didn't go out there one day. I don't know, something happened. We couldn't go out there, and
twice we missed twice, maybe 3 days tops.
So later on the night, we see these cups, like they're like showing the cup, like they're like on Twitter, and we're like discussing it, like what the hell. So then I go back out there. So we weren't out there that day,
but They were in the same place we were, and that cup was not there.
Yeah. So there's a cop out there. He's talking, and he's just like, he's like, oh, you know, like when police talk like loud, they want you to hear. And bro, I've been in prison, bro. So he's talking about a planted cup. I walked right up to him, man. I said, officer, I was not out here yesterday. Not out here whatsoever. Not live. I don't know nothing about a cup, sir. Just want you to note that and put it in.
Well, I want to say just as I hunt, okay?
Yeah, you know.
I'm a hunter.
Like that cup was, that's going to stand out.
I just turned
and
it
with
down.
all those people out there,
there it goes. Go ahead.
With all those people out there, that's going to stand out. I mean, does that make sense?
Absolutely. I'm going
I mean,
one
if I
way.
can see a bug rub on a tree, or where a deer or a buck's been rubbing on a tree, that shit stands out.
I'm looking at trees saying there's the water level, there's this, there's that. I'm listening because you learn to listen as a freaking hunter. They're going to the one way and I'm going to the other way. I'm fucking nipple high deep in weeds and fucking thorns, cutting through the woods, following the trail that I can literally hear, and everyone's like yelling at me. No, it's not that way.
It's that'll eat you. You know that, right?
What do you say?
Yeah, I know that. No, I know. They wanted to be the fucking ones.
Bro, they wanted to be the ones, but listen to this shit, bro. The feds lied, bro. Nobody catches this part. I was out there. This is my neck of the woods, dude. Like I cannot come to where you live, Sam, and as a person on the media, I cannot tell you as a resident of where you live at that it's been chest high waters for months. If you live there, you're gonna be like, wait a minute, man. No, it hasn't. It's
flat ground. There wasn't even a fucking dip for a puddle.
Bro, the feds, the media, they kept lying, bro. And then I'm live and telling people this. I'm telling people that the Laundries live in a suburban area, average household, and for Florida, it's not like
great irrigation systems.
It's not like the ghetto. It's not like high. They don't have super money. It's average, bro. You could afford it. I could afford it. They're not like well off. People are arguing me. I'm just like in the comments. I'm like, what are you people thinking? Like, I know
it's a $500,000 house. Sorry,
and
it's
then
not.
That's actually where I agreed with y'all, because Central Florida area, was dry as fuck.
Bro, it was
there
like
were storms would come across, but I mean, if you're not from Florida, you don't know. Storms are quick.
Yes,
and people are so
quick
to
they downpour, but if the ground is dry, it sucks it up like a sponge.
Because it's so dry.
It might have been. It might have been knee high for about 2-3 days in some areas.
Not even. I'd give it, if anything, maybe like an inch over ankle.
Sam.
But there was we can't go in there because it's flooded.
Bro,
there was none of that.
Talking about the media lies on, like you said, local, national level, man, bro, when the feds say something, dude, the media runs with it. Because on the outside looking in, how could you debate that? The feds say it, the media says it, so everyone's biting it. It's just I was getting so fun, bro. It was never chest high deep ever. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a creek that runs through that whole friggin' area. Yeah, it's probably 8 foot, 9 foot. It could be 12 foot deep in some places, but year long.
We're out there.
Year long though. They said the whole area, bro, is chest high deep for months. Dude, there's not possible for us to have that much rain.
Yeah. She just said she was out there chest deep in weeds and wasn't even in ankle deep water.
Exactly. And for how it is.
You couldn't even make a footprint. That's how dry the damn freaking ground was. It was just me stomping through, and it was so dry that you can hear the crackle of the leaves.
It was not.
I know what you're saying.
The only thing I walked out with was blood because I got cut from the vines.
It's frustrating. Like it's frustrating because you know that they're lying, and then you're trying to tell people like, hey man, they're lying, and most people would
would see that you're telling the truth the whole time and believe you, but then there is another mass of people that are like, no, the feds, you don't understand this. And I'm like, bro, you are from England. How are you going to tell me this is like miles from my house? Like, it was so frustrating, man.
It's only a half hour. Is a half hour 45 minutes from where we live? 35 minutes. So if they were nipple deep in freaking water, why weren't we? I wasn't even knee deep. I had no puddles, no nothing.
Last year was a very dry year. Very, very dry year.
It was. I just had someone comment, it wasn't like that. I watched all your lives. She knows. Anybody that was watching as we were there, and that's the one thing you can't dispute. You were there with me. I took you wherever the hell I went. And if I couldn't have service, he had service. You were there.
I watched it all because y'all had the best coverage. It was straight up boots on the ground.
I mean, like, he's always worried about me because he knows I'm a little on the crazy side. But
no, not you.
I do whatever, whenever, and I don't care. And he's like, don't go too far. I won't. Next thing you know, he's like, where are you? And I can't even hear him because I went too far.
No, but I want everybody to know. I mean, I'm backing you up on what you're saying. I mean, last year was not a wet year. Last year, people in my area were complaining about no rain because their cows were dehydrating.
Oh no! Yeah.
Damn, are you serious?
That sucks. Then you lose your crops. You lose everything. Absolutely.
Everything.
That sucks. I was so frustrated with people bullshitting and arguing with me that I pulled up weather graphs, water level graphs to show people what was and in what areas. And I posted them and people were like, that's not right. You made that. Okay. I'm not that fucking talented, first of all. Second of all, I'm never going to put that much effort into making some kind of bullshit graph to fool you. I don't give a fuck if you believe me. I don't give a fuck if you think I'm a liar. I just don't give a fuck. This is what it is. Take it or leave it. I'm black and white, A or B. That's it. Face value. You don't believe me?
Yeah.
Great. I don't care because you know what? Were you there? No. Were you in the woods? No. Did you see where the body or the bone or whatever the fuck is? No. You know what? I was. And all I know is at the end of the day, I know I'm not lying, and that's all that matters to me.
Well, y'all walked right by there days before, and then all of a sudden they find it. I don't buy it.
It was freaky. It was creepy, bro. It was creepy, man. It was creepy.
It's just
There's no way y'all were. There were so many people there. Airboats, swamp buggies. I know a lot of people don't know about Florida lifestyle, about airboats and swamp buggies and these things. Polaris Rangers.
Oh my God.
No, I found a forensic dust pan.
Yeah, he friggin' found a forensics dust pan in the woods and he took it home as a friggin' souvenir. Nothing about any of that made sense. You're right, Bella. I'm so happy that you're able to tune in. I haven't seen you in so long. I missed you. Mwah. But nothing made sense.
I mean, if you remember, Matt, he called it right off the rip. I mean, one of the very first days you were there about the news media lying that was renting one of the houses there or whatever.
I took advantage of that.
Then he was calling them out like straight up on live stream. That was so badass.
The company that lies. Are you going to tell the truth?
I never, Sam, I'll never have. I think about it all the time, man. Like, I'll never have another chance to do that in my life. Like, there's all these media, bro. We see what's happening in the country, man. How awesome it was to tell CNN that people don't like you.
And then he made friends with the dude. He told him off for like 3 days straight, and then they became like butt buddies.
He started telling me the truth.
He started telling me the truth, and then he started being cool. That was the guy.
We'd walk up, and he'd be like, "I gotta go talk to him." He knew him by name. I didn't know who the fuck. I'm like, all right, I see. Then he'd come up, he'd be like, "Okay, guess what? I just found out." Like they actually were like on a friendly, like bromance, and he found out all this truth. But that's not what was reported. But the guy told him, so I guess it was like the dude's way of feeling better about himself because he knows he can't air what he wants to say, but he knows that if he tells Matt,
He told
Matt's
me,
gonna say it.
He said, "Bro, I know you're a Trump supporter."
He was using him as a scapegoat.
To clear his conscience.
He told me in so many words that I'm right. His source of news does lie. It's just a job. And then after we had that awkward conversation, he was super cool with me. And shit, I just, man, I rolled with it. He was cool.
Tell him about.
You put him on blast, though, that first day. You put his ass straight on blast.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm live too, motherfucker.
Babe, tell him about when he told you he had that chase down. He was chasing after Chris, the dad.
Oh, that's the one time I did. The dude was cool, and I kept telling people like I befriended this guy, and I don't know who was believing me or not. So one time, dude, I was like, this is my buddy from the New York Times, y'all. You probably remember this one, right? I'm like, listen, I put my phone in my pocket. I was live. I put the phone in the pocket because he would always see me carry my phone. So I walked up to him like, "What's up, Mark?" He's like, "Dude, he's like, you're late today." He's like, the laundry's left. He's like, "Man, they went to a cell phone store." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, they were going like 100 on 75. You know where 75 is at? I-75?
Yep.
Dude, it's 70 miles an hour there, right? They're going 100. The laundries are hitting it for 100. And Brian Enton and the New York Times guy chased them. They couldn't keep up with them, right? He went to a cell phone store. So he's telling me all this shit, and I got the phone in my pocket live. And because I wanted people to listen, to understand, like I built a friendship with this dude. The only way to show people is to let them hear it. And he was just opening it up, and it was like good info no one had. Then I'm like, fuck, I feel like a dick because everybody knows this now, but it is what it is, man. The dude was all right, man. I did sell him out. I called him out. It's just his job, man.
Tell him what you did to Brian Enton.
I scared Brian Enton.
He wouldn't even look at you in the
I
face.
scared the shit out of that dude. Because, man, they had a little hut there, right? And I kept Brian Enton knew all of us pretty good. He didn't really talk to me too much, but he talked to JRL and Betty a lot.
JLR.
Yeah, mostly. And one day I'm leaving out of there, and on the ride home, I see like this. It was from his news thing, his media place. They did like a real harsh thing on the protesters, and we just left there. And everything they said was like bullshit. So I'm like, man, what the fuck is this? So we go the next day, and I walked right up there, man, to the little tent. I'm like, hey, man, which one of you motherfuckers is lying on us? This is not a game. We're not gonna stand out here and protest, and then you get to just run with whatever narrative you want to paint us on. That's not gonna happen. Who did that? Who's responsible? And they're like shitting. They're all like shitting their pants. I'm like, where's Brian Enton at? Give me Brian. And the lady's like, this is my first day on the job. I'm like, you're worthless. Then who I got to talk to? Snapping, bro. And then they're like, Brian is on vacation. I'm like, he's not on vacation. I just seen him do a video. And anyway, man, we got to the bottom of that one quick. But they took the video down, and they took the video down. Now he wasn't out there that day. Every other day we go back out there. I swear to God, we would walk by, and he'd be like, you
just stare him down.
He'd be talking, and then I'll be walking down the road. He'd be like, he'd look down, bro. If you watch the FBI presser, we're all hanging out, we're all talking, and then Brian Enton comes there. Look. He looks like he's seen a ghost. I swear to God.
Brian Enton, it's so stupid. It's like funny, but it's fucking stupid. Matt's standing there next to me, before I snapped at the fat bitch. Oh, body shaming. I'm not sorry.
That's a YouTube.
Anywho, yeah, he's standing next to me. And then Brian Etten walks past. He goes, and he just looks down and he walks away looking at his feet. He like double looked at him and looked at his feet and walked away. Would not freaking say a word, didn't do nothing, just walked straight away. That's how you know.
I gotta tell you, I actually watched the Molly Golightly. What show was she on? Wife Swap.
Yeah.
Yes, and she was on
Oh my god!
Secret Lives of whatever, where she exposed herself as being a prostitute or an escort. She was illegal.
Absolutely hideous.
She also has a live that you can find. It's an interview where she talks about how she had a vagina reconstruction surgery done. I swear to God, on my life, let me die right now. She talks about how her lip, yes, Kate. I call her Kate. Her lips were hanging down too low. So she had them like lifted, like opened up, sucked it. Horses! You know how fucking jealous I am right now. Hi, baby. Give them a sugar cube for me or a peppermint. She had that shit opened up, sucked out, sewed back up, lifted, meshed up. So now she's like, and now it's nice and it's like normal. But her shit used to, like, when I say foop was on the ground, well, I should say pussy's on the ground. Like, talk about leaving snail trails.
Oh, that's horrible.
You want a real life, some real life. I gotta take a time out
No, you don't.
because
Well,
Noel
I will
got a
probably
big
push
mouth, and I can't give the source out.
Oh, tell me.
We'll have to
Do
go.
it now. Do it.
All right.
I got a big mouth because I'll talk shit and I'll fucking tell you where to go and when to go.
No, you can't say.
Do it.
cannot
I
say-
won't. Just do it. Do it.
Listen, you cannot say who told us this.
I don't know. Nobody and nothing. I know nothing. I just want to hear what you're gonna say.
You gotta remember as I say it, it's never to be mentioned.
What do I have to do? Do I have
Mention it.
All right, so listen,
Come on,
I never
tell him,
said
Sam.
this before. So this is
He has a horsey. You're a dick. I've been asking him for a horse for fucking look at the babies right there. Look at them babies. Give him peppermints, lots of peppermints.
Yes,
I need your
that's
address so I can mail a bag of peppermints from
That's cool
Auntie
as shit,
Noel.
Do you lease that? Do you lease it?
No, that's
That's
his.
yours?
He's an Ocala.
No. I have a boarding facility. This
Oh,
is my horse, though. This
Hey.
is Tulip.
So listen, bro. This come from somebody, man, on YouTube. Big.
Just say it. I won't mention that I
So
promise.
check this out, right?
He kills me. He
And
kills me.
this person, like, I gotta protect their name because they do not lie, man. So this lady, as we start like
Okay, I know.
butting
who it is.
heads and arguing with like this lady, speaking out against her or whatever, like people are like contacting us like crazy with all this dirt and shit. I don't know what's real, what's fake, whatever. I'm just like saying what happened with us. So this one person that we know, that we know, we had to contact them for something. And they're like, man, look, never say this. Okay. They're like, look, the lady went to Vegas with this homosexual dude. Like the dude is
Well, she's from Vegas, and that's how she met them.
What's that guy's name? Sugar or some shit? Or,
Princess.
No, it wasn't Princess.
Princess.
It wasn't Princess.
It was another. Okay, well,
So listen, the lady
come on.
It was not Princess. The lady went to Vegas with a homosexual dude, and this dude is like a known homosexual dude on like he's just known. Like a chick would know like she has zero chance of getting any D from this dude. Well, until Molly's in the hotel with said dude, he like so dude goes and gets something and comes back, and she like purposely like had a bag there and like left it open, all blatantly open and like on Front Street. So now he comes back in the room to like go wash his hands, his face, whatever. And there's a freaking bag there full of condoms. Now it's just the homosexual and her in the room. And he's like, what the frig is this? So man, that either gives you like So there's no solid answer to the story, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out either it's a bag of condoms, like a whole big thing of condoms. So either she was trying
economy size.
who knows?
Come on.
She's trying to rail
What are you
the
saying?
homosexual multiple times, or
She was working,
man,
bro.
come on,
Bang
man.
bang.
You know what I'm saying?
Bang,
Like
bang.
that person, that goes to the grave with me. But take
That's why she had that vagina reconstruction.
that one there,
She took the gangbang to the whole nother level.
man. I don't think
Gangbang.
it was not who. What was the dude? Don't say it, but it wasn't Princess though. Princess is her friend, Noelle.
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know. When I hear gay dude, I think of him because that's her dude.
You don't remember who was that?
Yeah.
Don't ever say that, Chris.
I'll never say it.
But bro, that's weird,
I
right?
didn't tell anybody.
And I meant to, and I forgot to add.
He said never type. He didn't say never type it. He just said never say it.
I
So
forgot-
y'all can check my community. It may or may not be there.
No, I forgot to add that she's married at the time as well, bro. That is some weirdo shit, and that is I'll put it like this: most people in this chat know who that came from, but you just don't know. But you do know who that person who told us is. I'll
If
put it
you
like
know,
that.
you know.
No, they know, but you've been to this person's channel too. I guarantee.
I've been on the channel and kicked off.
Yeah, I mean, kicked off.
I
I
got-
really love you guys because you got involved,
Got booted.
and
All right.
most people don't get involved, and y'all chose to get involved, and that says calibers about your character, both of you.
He's changed a lot since he's been with me. He never used to be involved like this, or like an animal person or anything. He's come a long way. I'm proud of him. His heart has changed in ways that you would never even know. Hey, grab a baby so I can show. How many hands is that horse?
Mine is she's 15-3.
He's got one.
15-3.
No, I got several.
Okay.
Really?
When I took him horseback riding the first time ever, he's like, it's gonna be
I seen the
the picture of him on the half pony.
Oh,
yeah.
The horse he rode
Take it easy.
was 15 hands. Mine was
Take it easy.
19 and a half.
Take it easy.
Because I've been riding there
I know how
for
to hold this
years.
thing, man.
Oh, come on, Moo. All right, this here is Moo. If any of you guys remember my rabbits as babies, they were born December 14th. This is Moo. Hi, Moo Moos.
Nice.
This is my baby.
And it's tasty.
I love rabbit stew, but I'm not making stew out of my baby. I'll
I was
hunt
gonna
the
say
rabbit.
some carrots and some taters.
That's all I need to do. I gotta skin you. I got to skin you some carrots, some taters, and put you in the crock pot. Nothing a steamer wouldn't do to make that nice and tender. Oh my gosh, rabbit stew is great. I used to sit in my yard and pop them off. But I had a lot of land at the time, and I had a lot of long guns. So, but I would use my regular. No, Penelope says no. I would use what I had. I still have firearms, but I always had
I'm doing this.
handguns. I had
Do this last set. I'm gonna go in for a minute.
yeah.
Come
I
back
had
over.
All right, Sam. Hey, I got to go in for a
now I
little bit,
have
man.
fucking rabbit hair all over my face and everything.
Hey,
Everybody's I mean, okay,
That's
I
love,
promise
man,
you
blood.
no rabbit stew, everybody. I will not make rabbit stew.
Where'd you go? Oh, what's up?
much love, white boy. I
Yeah,
love the shit out of you.
Yeah, man. Good to see you, man. I'm glad you clicked the link, bro. Hey, we got to get up, man. That horse. Yeah, you ride
We're
that
not
horse?
far. We're not. I mean, like, let's
You
try
ride
to
it?
hook up and get together one of these times.
I never went horse riding until I met Noelle, and
His when I tell you, his horse was like here, and my horse was up here, like 15 to like 19 and was it 18 and a half or 19? 19 and a half hands.
my balls
The
were
difference.
hurting. My balls were hurting, man.
My balls hurt. But that was his first time ever on a horse, and he was like, I love it. And then after that, we've been going. But I'm very advanced, and he's been well,
It's peaceful. It's super
we live
peaceful.
on one.
Super
so even
peaceful.
out here,
You know what I mean?
talking to the people, this dude has
They move.
horses. Well, yeah, he moved with his horses and whatnot. But his old lady hated me because
Well,
him and
yeah.
I would sit there and bullshit
Yeah.
about horse
Right.
stuff. It's like it's like talking shop. And Clarence,
We gotta go ride. We gotta go ride.
no, this used to be Clarabelle, but then we found out that she had a penis, so now it's Clarence. Clarence likes to bang his brothers and
Clarence is a trans.
and his mommy,
You should call it Benny.
Benny Boo Boo.
Yeah.
No, we all gotta go riding, man. I would love to.
Yeah, well,
I'd
definitely.
love to meet you.
You have the beef, right?
How far?
I've been trying to convince him to come out there and buy a freaking head or two.
Ask him how far Ocala is from Charlotte County.
How far are you from Charlotte County?
I'm in Zolfo Springs. I'm just north of Arcadia.
Oh, he's right on the corner.
You're like
An hour
and a half ish from.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we discussed this like months ago when I kept telling him we need to buy a freaking cow.
Sam,
off
what we
you.
gonna get up, man? You got IG?
I don't know. Email one of us.
We'll get up, man. I didn't know you're that local, bro.
I told you.
I'll make the trip.
He's like, that's expensive. I'm like, really? Buy the whole cow for this or buy individual? Like that's not expensive at all. I've been trying
The problem is the butcher date.
Well, yeah.
They're like 8 months out now.
When I raised my livestock, I would butcher I would butcher it myself, hook them up, hang them up, do it all. But if you bought from me, you bought it live and you had to take it to the butcher yourself. But you said you do it all, and then we just.
Well, I would take it to the processor.
Right.
But they're like 8 months. Everybody's doing it
They're probably
because
super
of
super
inflation.
behind.
Get your comments.
Penelope said, "If you name it, you can
It's
eat it."
bad.
That's true. I've eaten lots of things that I've named.
It's really bad, and it's only going to get worse.
It is. That's what I told him. How much
Yeah, I
property
know.
do you have?
What's that?
How much property do you have?
Oh, I only have about 10 acres,
Shit.
but I'm backed up. I'm backed up to a state park, so I do a lot of hunting
You can shoot in your yard then.
all the time.
We might have a date if he don't
Come
come.
on.
It's you and me.
Tell him to look at the live chat from my email.
He said, "Look in the
I
live."
shoot a bunch of hogs, deer.
He laughs at me because he's like, "I bet you won't." I'm like, "Really? I won't." So I do, and I took pictures. But I got out with a mama hog and her. Was it 4, 5 babies? Just on the side of the road. I used to look at them all the time. He's like, "Don't do it!" As he's telling me, "I bet you won't." Now here I am going up to him, doing it, taking pictures and shit. He's like, "I thought they were gonna attack you." I'm like, "No, they're gonna run away. They always run away. They're scared. They're just like gators. You go at a gator, towards a gator, next to a gator, they jump in the water, they run away from you. They don't want no beef." But I've hog hunted. I don't use dogs because the dogs always end up getting hurt. Almost always. You know what I mean? I'm just against it. But if you jump on a hog's back and you freaking hold on and you slice their throat and you just go for that ride until they drop. Yeah. The only thing you got to do is wipe off your face when you're done because that splatters far. There's a lot.
It's better to have the dog pin him down and then
No.
you grab him by the back of the
Dogs
legs.
get hurt. The dogs, they get hurt. I can't do it. If I'm hunting, I hunt because I'm hunting. I will not incorporate dogs or anything else. I'd much rather go for that 6-minute ride than sit there.
Well, they make Kevlar vests for the dogs now. You didn't know that?
Well, my email I put in the chat because I want to drop a shower.
They make Kevlar vests.
So that
the
he's
dog.
wanting to take a shower.
Hey, Sam.
They're saying, "Oh my God, Noel." Well, you know what? I could totally ride a bronco. I could ride a bull, anything. In a rodeo, you jump on a hog's back while you're hunting, put that shit in a headlock and slice its throat, and you go for that ride. I guarantee you could win a buckle.
Hey Sam, it's easy, man. radiowhiteboy@gmail. You have Instagram or anything like that?
I don't have an Instagram, no sir. But I'll
It's easy. It's just
I'll
one.
screenshot it. I'll screenshot it.
All right, it's in the chat, the live chat, so you could screenshot it. It's just one word, Radio White Boy, no capital, no spaces, just Radio White Boy, and then @Gmail, man. Well, I didn't know you were so local, bro. I promise you, if you email me,
you.
we'll get up there on one of these weekends, man. I was in Arcadia today, literally. So I swear to you, I was right off 17 by Marion Road.
You're not far from where the Laundries lived.
You know what I mean? So, bro, get at us, man.
Yeah.
Will do. Love y'all.
I friggin' Penelope said her kids love riding too. I had an Arab, my first Noelle, you're cray. Bella, I'm not crazy. I'm just a little, I have a great sense of adventure. My first horse was an Arabian stallion. And if you know anything about Arabs, they're very, very stubborn horses to learn. And that's what I learned and rode. And his name was Earnhardt, yes, after the great Dale Sr. I tried to stay faithful and follow Junior, but he let me down too many times. So I had to jump ship. However, Earnhardt was a great horse, but he was stubborn as fuck. But he was fast too. Oh my word! Look at that baby! Look at that muscle!
I'm about to go in.
Jesus, I wouldn't want to get kicked by that. Look, you a show off. We gotta look, I will pay you. We'll pay to rent horses when we come out there if you want to take us riding. I'll pay you to let us ride. I actually told him because we were talking about getting property. Well, he promises that we're gonna get property. I don't know, when it's gonna happen. But I'd like to rescue wild stallions. And my problem is do you break them and ride them? Or do you just let them be? Because you want to rescue them from the auction because they get turned to glue.
You can't rescue them, the goddamn horse. How much land you gotta have for that?
Shut up. I'll get what I want.
I can do anything that needs to be done with a horse.
Well, the problem is that they round them up. They catch those Mustangs. They haul them up in that fence. Hey, they carry them up into the truck.
Funny.
And then they go to the glue factory.
Hold on 1 minute.
I want to rescue them and save them, but to break them, to make them rideable, it breaks their spirit. And so I don't want to break their spirit, but I want to save their lives. But at the same time,
I got a lizard. I got a
dog. You know what? Go do what dudes do in the bathroom.
I got a what's that rat called?
It's a fucking prairie dog.
I got what's champagne?
She is a peach dove.
I got no more room.
This is
morning dove.
This is one of my boarders horses. This is a Mustang from BLM land.
Was it rescued?
Yeah. There's her brand.
Oh, see, I would never brand a horse. Gosh, I would never brand her. Oh my word.
What does it say? What's it say?
Oh, look at that butte right there.
Wow.
That.
Okay. Let me see.
If you look into a horse's eyes, you can see right into its soul. That horse don't want to be there.
Now I can show you another one. That is a racehorse.
Oh, nice.
And
what's he clocking at?
His name
Mocha.
He come from Wesley Chapel.
Wesley Chapel.
How many he got?
Well, these are his boarders, the people that board their horses with him.
Yeah, so
this guy.
People pay to keep their horses in his stable.
So he's the
You see the tattoo on his lip? He has a tattoo on his lip.
Yeah.
So he's got the land and the space. So they are leasing. They're leasing the horses from him.
No, he rents the stall.
They bring them to me.
They pay him to let them keep the horses in those stalls in his stable. Does Sam have a
I only
channel?
own two.
Sam,
I
start
only
your
own two.
channel, man.
You
Sam-
only have two. Okay.
Sam, start your country channel, Sam.
They want to know if you have a channel they can follow.
No, I really don't. I just hell, I didn't really get into YouTube heavy until y'all.
That's awesome.
Well, we appreciate you. We love you. I enjoy seeing you here. At one point, this is funny, he gonna yell at me after I say this. I don't care. I always get yelled at. But when I started, which I didn't expect to get a following, doing the laundry shit, but I ended up having, a YouTube family that came to me. I've gained a lot. I've lost a lot. It happens, But I love the people that follow me, that want to be a part of my life and our life and my YouTube family. But I didn't do it. I didn't start a channel for any reason other than, exposing the truth. You know what I mean? And now I feel like I feel guilty because I'm, a housewife and a mom and I'm not on as much as I should be, but I have an obligation to everybody that's out there that wants to be a part of my life. So I try to be as involved as I can. Sometimes time isn't, on my side, but there's a few channels out there and I have a couple friends, on YouTube that I've become friends with, like on the phone, and we talk all the time. And yet he kept telling me he didn't want me to be a part of the prison genre because that's where he was. And it made me laugh because a lot of his subs ended up coming to me because they knew me as his wife. So I'm like, I'm still part of it because of you, ass.
I told.
But he doesn't want what he's afraid of is that he doesn't want the crazy people killing me in chats and going after me. He's trying to, protect me.
A lot of weirdos.
Yeah,
I
understand that.
I like the weirdos. Weirdos make me laugh.
I didn't even know about him until the guy from Okeechobee. What was that guy's name?
Who's in Okeechobee, baby?
Free?
Free? No, not Free from Footer's Grove.
Seth?
Not Seth.
No, the prison guy from Okeechobee, the fighter.
The fighter? Viking Fitness?
Viking, yes. I was subscribed to him, and that's how I found out.
I know Viking very well. He's an okay dude. In person, he's an okay dude. I don't know. I never watched his channel, but he's an okay dude. He's known.
Hell, I'm probably closer to him than I am you guys.
Really?
Yeah, that's right. Sam.
Is that close? Oh, you're right, because we have to go through Arcadia to get that way. You're right.
No, yeah, you are. Yeah, but Viking's in Palm Beach, Sam. He's in deep Palm Beach, like almost the Lauderdale line.
Is he really?
Well, I thought he was in Okeechobee.
No, he's not in Okeechobee, man. He was there for some time, but he's in damn, what's that town called? Man?
I thought he was in Clearwater.
No, man, he's in starts with a B.
B?
Not Boca, but
not Bonita.
Not Bonita, not Boca. Frig, man. It's a little town. I'll think of it.
I loved him either way. I don't care. I love the shit out of watching him.
He's interesting. I've seen like one or two of his videos, but that was it. I know him in person, so I feel like I don't even watch my husband's videos. When he goes live, I mod for him, but I don't watch, his content. I live with him. Why do I have to watch his stuff? But he doesn't watch my stuff either.
All our friends are YouTubers.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Moomies. Moomos.
No, but I mean, y'all got your own thing. I mean, and like I said, with this whole laundry thing, you did your own thing, and it was amazing.
Well, we appreciate it.
Thank you, bro.
We were out there, 105-degree weather, sweating our asses off.
I know all about
We weren't
it.
exaggerating anything. We were literally just there to expose the truth and what happened minute by minute. And that was it. I literally came home that night after discussing Marissa. I was like, I have to do something more with my channel. And I said, I have to, talk about truth and things that matter. I was only doing animal videos at the time. And move, stop.
You need to tell people more.
And we came up with a new name for my channel, which is Damaged Goods with No Regrets. And I started going live and doing my thing, and here I am. And I got blessed, by luck.
You need to tell people more.
But I'm very grateful for the people that decided to stick by my side through it all and after it. I'm grateful for everybody. Sometimes the only people I have to talk to are you guys.
You should tell people more, like, some people, there's still some people confused, like they see us with Molly and then they think we just had this falling out. Like, she was the one who, I guess you should explain that more. But how
many times do I have to explain what happened?
You don't have to. I've done a good job of that. But more or less, like, you could say that you have some type of way, and I'm like, give her a chance or the benefit of the doubt. But then, like, the things like people really don't know is like her calling you 4 a.m. on live and all that weird shit.
4 a.m, calling and texting like a crazy ex-girlfriend. What the fuck do you want, bro? I'm sleeping. You're going to wake up my husband. Now I have to grab my phone, sneak silently to my door that squeaks very loudly when you open it, shut it so that nobody, nothing, no animals wake him up, sneak out to my front porch, flip on the light, smoke a cigarette, call you back. What the fuck do you want? Like, do you know what time it is? Can you put the Coke down for a minute and just fucking go to sleep? Because I was sleeping happily, peacefully in my husband's arms, unlike you, who, is on YouTube at 4 a.m. I have issues with sleeping sometimes. And he tells me, he's like, you should do like insomnia lives when you can't sleep. And I was like, are you kidding me? Really? If I go live at like 1 or 2 a.m, people are going to think I'm on something.
She would call you and then be like,
but she'll be on all night long.
Tell her how much you like when you got those hang-ups. She hang up on you.
When she didn't like what I had to say, because she was always live and it had me, I'm live and you're on speaker. And if I said something she didn't like, boop, hung up on me. Didn't matter what time of the night it was. You fucking woke me up out of bed. I had to go through the whole sneaking out process like a fucking teenager sneaking out of my mama's house to not wake my husband up for you to say something and my response you don't like and you hang up on me? Bitch, really? Hey, Grind and Shine, how are ya? Love to you. Matt's doing push-ups. He'll say hi as soon as he can breathe.
How about we go and take a shower finally?
But
hey, Grind and Shine, what's happening, man? Much support, man. Show him some support on his channel, man, everybody. All right, Sam, man. Much love, man. Hey, seriously, man, email me. I'm gonna come and see you, bro. I promise you, bro. You got my word, man. My word means a lot. Good night. Love y'all. I'm gonna get a shower. I'm working out the whole time. All right, y'all.
Are you done for the night? You're going in, muscle man?
I'm gonna take a shower.
He doesn't stop. Like, he's literally been working out for 4 hours. 4.
Come on.
All right, I'll give you 3 tops. Okay, 4 hours with the exception of the time that he came over and talked on YouTube. And now he's yelling at the cat. Anyway, I am on here for almost 2 hours, and it's 10 o'clock at night. And because I'm not on any stimulants, I am going to say goodnight, give you a kiss, tell everybody that I love you all, and thank you for being part of my YouTube family. I appreciate all y'all more than you know. I'm going to go in there and sexually harass the husband after he gets out of the shower and he doesn't stink. Hopefully, catch a bone or 2.
I love y'all.
We love you too, but definitely we want to catch up with you. We'll definitely come out there if you're willing and you want to get together. We'll do a live and we'll ride horses and maybe jump on a hog or 2 together. I'll teach you how to slit their throats.
Absolutely.
All right. I appreciate you joining me tonight. Cheers.
Yes, ma'am.
Have a good night. Everybody, good
Love
night.
y'all.
Love you too.